Greetings and welcome, my friends. Let's get in there and have some fun. This is Traffic, a new Azorius deck taking advantage of Blink, tokens, and some men we can warp in. We do have a touch of removal along with a way to terminate attackers who are bent on doing us harm. Tokens can play a big role, and we have ways of pumping our team. We have a sneaky amount of card draw to give us the edge, and then our men do the rest. Let's get in there. We're playing 2 copies of Belladonna Took, the legendary token helper that has a 3-level ability that triggers when we have tokens enter play. If we can generate 3 tokens or more during our turn, we get all 3 abilities. Life gain and card draw are among them, but the 3rd trigger gives all our men a stat-boosting counter. This hobbit brings the roids and loves to hand them out. Get Lost is our removal of choice. It gives us the option to snipe enemy men, enchantments, or even a planeswalker. While it does give the opponent a pair of map tokens, those are likely less of a problem than the card we sniped. And this is only 2 mana with the flexibility to take out 3 different permanent types. The Mind Stone is a touch of ramp early on, and valuable ramp as we want to get to 5 mana or more as quickly as possible. Then later in the game we can harness the power of the stone and gain the ability to blink any of our permanents at the end of our turn. This can give us a huge edge by resetting one of our men or our Blink Saga to keep it around longer. Caretaker's talent is part of the token program. It's a fantastic enchantment that gives us card draw, a token copy of any token we have, and it pumps our token men. If we're able to generate tokens in enough quantities, the pump can end up closing out many games. Roll, 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 Roll is a new saga from the Hobbit set. Quadruple Roll gives us 4 blinks of any one of our men, or even a land if we want. This gives us a cheap way to blink out our warp men and get them back and keep them in play. We do have to play both out in the same turn for this to work, but it is doable. And even if we can't set that up, blinking one of our men can be useful. Bard the Bowman is another of our legendary men. Normally, I would play 3 copies of a legend if I wanted to draw it, but in this case, we have a way of fetching out one of our legends. Bard's ability gives one of our men a boost in the form of a counter every time we draw a 2nd card during the turn. He also gives lifelink, a huge ability if we want to trade blows with the opponent. Settle the Wreckage is a fantastic board wipe. It hits attackers only, which makes it amazing at defending our life total from enemy men. Sure, the attackers turn into lands and the opponent gets more manas, but that's a small price to pay to keep ourselves in the game and cripple the opponent's offensive capabilities. The Arekenstone is a new artifact that comes bundled with an adventure. The adventure portion gives us a 3-mana sorcery that we can use to fetch out one of our legendary men. Then it gives our team a boost once we play it out as an artifact. And we also get an extra draw at the end of our turn. Card draw is king, and we want our crown. Elspeth, Stormslayer, is our primary token generator, and because of her, we also get twice as many tokens. This gives us a great way to trigger Belladonna Took and take advantage of her abilities. With enough men in play, Elspeth's pump ability could prove lethal. Not only does it give our men a stat boost, but it gives flying as well, making it much easier to get in for damages. Damages, bro. Damages. Exalted Sunborn is another one of our warp men, but this angel also gives us a way to double our token production. And with Elspeth in play, we'll get 4 times the amount of tokens. And the angel comes with excellent stats as well as lifelink and flying. Quantum Riddler is our main man. We can warp him in for only 2 mana and get an extra draw. Blinking the Riddler gives us additional draws, and if for some reason we have 1 card or less in hand when we would draw a card, we get to draw 2 cards. His stats are excellent. A good-sized body with flying is great at getting in hits. Anticausal Vestige is another warper. This big guy comes in for 4 mana, and when he leaves play, we get an extra draw, and we can put in a permanent from our hand into play that is mana value equal to the number of lands we have. When warped, the Anticausal will warp out on his own, but once in play for his full price, we can use our blink abilities to get additional draws as well as more free plays. The only limit we have is we need permanents in hand and a good number of lands. Restoration Seminar is our big reanimation spell. While we are usually looking to get our men back, The Seminar can get us any permanent back from our grave. A fallen Elspeth, an enchantment, and of course, any of our men can be pulled back into service. And we'll get something back at the beginning of our turn until the game ends. Bygone Colossus is our big boy. Sure, he costs us 9 mana to get him down, but he does have Warp, and that is only 3 mana. And 3 mana for a 9/9 body is a deep discount that we will try to take advantage of. Thanks to Quadruple Roll, if we play out the Colossus for his Warp cost, then Quadruple Roll, we can blink this Mad Titan and keep him in play. We can also harness the power of the Mind Stone, and once we do, we can warp in men, then use the stone to keep them permanently. I'm certain the opponent will be thrilled to see us keep our top-end card for cheap. For lands, we're playing 3 Fountainport, the special land that can generate tokens or fat sack them for an extra draw. 4 Hallowed Fountain, the Azorius shock land. 4 Floodfarm Verge, the plains that becomes a dual when we have a plains or island in play. 5 island, and 8 plains. Playing the deck does take some patience, but it is usually rather simple to play. The initial turns are all about setting up with some of our early permanents, or even warping in a Riddler to get an extra draw. Our legends are very good, but we generally don't want to play them out right away, unless we don't have any other plays. They both require a little bit of setup to maximize their abilities. But once we can start drawing extra cards reliably or generating tokens, it's time to get busy with our legendary men. It's an odd deck with a lot of moving parts, but with the card draw, we tend to do rather well in the mid to late game. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is Kegger. He's already mad and had to pop Claw. Superheroes never do laundry and it smells. We're kicking things off with a Shuffler special. We have a pair of Riddlers, so it is possible the Shuffler could suck it. We'll try it. Keep your pants on. Bro is too busy sharpening his claws to realize it's his go. It is our mortal enemy, the discard talent. We'll have to toss a card, but I think we can safely dump the Colossus. We draw a Bard, but with only 2 mana, all we can do is warp in a Riddler. Which is fine, we get an extra draw now and another one later when we play it out for its full price. We draw a second anti-casual. We've got it in for those filthy casuals. They double down on discard talent. Let's just try to keep our pants on. It's sad, but one of our anti-casuals will have to go to an early grave. We draw our second Colossus, but once again, it is time for a Riddler. Bro, what is 5 mana, blue all over, and wants to slap you in the face? The Riddler, bro. The Riddler. We get a 4th land thanks to the extra draw, and that will let us warp in the anti-casual. They play out a Demon Wall. They are clearly signaling they are on Demon Black. Maybe his deck choice has him mad, and that's why he had to pop Claw. At least he didn't poop Claw. Or did he? We'll warp in our anti-casual. Sometimes you have to make a statement to these pop claws. On his way out, our anti-casual draws us one of our angels. And now we get to drop in one of our 3 mana or less permanents, which I think should be Bard. We don't have a way to generate tokens at the moment. Plus, if they have a removal in hand, they might use it on Bard and not a Riddler. And there is the removal. Sometimes you can read an Oppo like a book. In this case, Oppo is one of those children's picture books. Then they double down on Demon Wall, because those like this talents have been knocking it out of the park all game long. They shoot down our Riddler, but was that their last card in hand? They didn't just drop Trow Trow, they are letting it all hang out. Bro, this is a family show. They level up a talent. They really have their hopes up that those are going to do anything. We are going to go with one of our warped men this turn, but do we want the anti-casual or do we go with the second Riddler? The Riddler draws us a Roads Go Ever, Ever On. It's decent, But what we really lacked were some removals over a way to get lands out of our deck. Plus, it feels like it really belongs in a deck that has way more men than we do. We'll go with the Angel this turn. Even if they power up a wall and throw it at us, we can get in for hits with the Angel, and her lifelink will keep us out of their reach. Popped claws and all. Hey bro, what is yellow and blue? Not shaved? And likes eating knuckle sandos? Your face, bro. Your face. They shoot down our Angel, but they are having a terrible time without any cards in hand. We draw a Settle the Wreckage, and we conveniently have enough mana to fire it off and play out our talent. And that leaves our Fountainport open to make a token. Having options is great. Unless you're Popclaw, then you hate options. There it is, they power up a wall. The talents haven't done a whole lot, so they have to resort to the ground game. We'll take the hit. There is no reason to use our Settle on one guy. Our extra draw gets us Elspeth. We've got ways to make tokens and generate an army. Let's see what we draw when we make a token copy of our sushi. We do want to keep 4 mana up in case of double wall attack. Hey bro, what can Popclaw but is taking a beating in the face? You bro, that is all you. We have enough mana to play the quadruple roll and keep 4 mana up. We might end up having more card draw than we can play out during our turn. Gotta love those talent triggers. Useless. Those are useless. They snipe our Riddler. He won't get to finish off Oppo, but we have our token plan taking over. They send it, but our sushi will block up. I hope your wall like fish sticks, bro. Then we can make another sushi and get another draw. Now we have enough mana to play out Elspeth and still leave the 4 mana up for a Settle. We've drawn so much, we have to toss a card to hand size. Those talents you have are amazing, bro. They've done such a great job. They drop in a Bloodletter. We'll be taking double the damages, which is fine, because we weren't planning on taking any hits from them. They go after Elspeth, but we're blocking their feeble attempt at reducing her loyalty. Hits for thee, but not for me. We'll get our second Angel in there. Now, when we make a token, we'll get 4 of them instead. We've got the numbers we need. We just need one more turn to punish their face. Our own deck is a better discard deck than theirs. Look at all the cards we're having to toss. They go with a Ral. What are they going to do? Make us toss a card?
My opening statement will blow you away. Opportunities are everywhere.
They send it, but it's like they forgot about our own life, and they don't seem to see the wall of men they have to get through. We draw a second talent, but I don't really feel like having to discard more than we already are. Besides, we're in endgame territory now. We'll start by smashing their bloodletter right in the pig snout. Bat bacon. Then we'll give our token team a boost. Let's get in there, these cheeks aren't going to clap themselves. That's GG's. Extra token cheese. This is Backstorm. His back is so hairy it causes disruptions in weather patterns. Nice, bro. Very nice. We get a mono-white 3-lander this time with a couple of our warp men. We do have a Road Saga, which is great at getting us more planes, but we need blue mana to make this work. We do lean more into white than blue, so maybe this means we need to level the amount of basics out a bit more. While we can function with white, this might not be enough action to make a go of it. Warping the anti-casual will let us get Bard in play. So there is that. It is a tough decision, but the roads will get us the mana for the anti-casual, and that will enable our Fountainport. Crazy, but we'll try it. Keep your hopes up. The roads will clear things up. We'll grab a pair of planes, and that will be 2 less we have to worry about drawing. And maybe that improves the odds we'll draw into blue mana. They go with a builder's talent. Everyone is so excited. The Storm Chaser's talent was banned. They pulled the other talents out of their pants. To keep going with the white theme we've got, we draw a Mind Stone. That will be our play. And once we get our talent on board, the Fountainport Sushi will get us extra cards. They throw down a crystal barricade. They are busy setting up some defensive measures, but how do they plan on winning? They have a planet which is very suspicious. We draw another Bard to remind us we still don't have any blue mana. And while that is still a problem, we are not without plays. We can warp in the anti-casual, which will get us another card, and we can drop in a Bard. No blue mana needed for this one, ladies and sharkmen. They play out a hover ship, and they'll be abducting our Bard. His song and dance routine will have to take place on board and out of sight. I hope there is a toilet on board. Bard likes to drop nukes. We draw an island. Very nice. With 6 mana, we can either go with the anti-casual, or we can go with the talent and Bard combo, which to me seems like the best way to go. Getting draw to replace any cards they take off our board could help us keep going. They take a 2-point slap to the face from their own land, then end up not doing anything. That's not suspicious. While we have options, if we harness the Mind Stone, we can get more draws every turn once we drop in the anti-casual. Those filthy casuals, I tell you. They fire off a Spider Sense, but we weren't blinking anything. That was a waste of a card. Should have just kept in your pants, bro. In your spider pants. There's the Kona we've been waiting for. Station up, then slap down an om nom nom. We know this routine. No, wait, that's a Krang. Is that their big finisher? Sure, it has indestructible, but Settle the Wreckage doesn't destroy, it exiles. Bro is in for a pants-dropping surprise. They are tapped out, but do we want to tap down most of our mana? Let's play it safe and warp in a Colossus. The Mind Stone will let us keep it, and we'll have our own 9/9 beefcake. It's not as sweet and charming as theirs, but we have some pump on board already. They stock up again. Go ahead and grab some more pants, bro. You need them. Get a belt while you're at it. For some reason, they don't send it. That is kind of weird. They play out a possession engine to steal our beefcake. It's so good they have to have it for themselves. It's okay, we've got 9 life more than we should right now. At the end of their turn, we'll make a sushi and we'll get an extra draw. The Shuffler heard we wanted blue mana, and we're getting plenty of it now. Shuffler, bro, you are the dumbest mother trucker I have ever seen. We'll go with the easy draw here. We want another land. Wow, thanks, Shuffler. Good looking out for us there. Our pumped-up sushi is going to get us a couple of life at least. What's the worst that could happen? We lose a sushi? They drew a land too, at least the Shuffler is being even. They finally send Krang. Had they sent it last turn, we could have been dead this turn. We can settle the wreck. No, wait. We can't target them because of their barricade. And that thing is never attacking. All we can do now is eat these damages. Our sushi draw gets us an Elspeth. Finally, a real card and not more lands. Then we draw another to start our turn. What the Shuffler gives, the Shuffler also takes away. We'll give our Colossus the pump, and we'll send him in. We're not getting in for damages, but this is 10 life we are about to gain. We don't have anything we do want to blink, so we'll let them take their turn. They send in Krang and the Possession Engine. Before damages pile up on our soon-to-be corpse, we'll make a sushi and see what we draw. And that turns out to be yet another land. That's half our lands already. We'll take the hits here. Elspeth will survive, and we've got plenty of life to take a hit from Krang. Hold on, before we play out our angel. They left themselves exactly one blocker in the air. If we pump our token men by leveling up our talent, then we can use Elspeth to give our team more pump and flying. That should do the trick. Let's get in there, these cheeks aren't gonna clap themselves. That's 42 damages in the air. Bro didn't bring enough defensive cards, and that's going to be GG's extra token cheese. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.